another framework component. So recently I was working with a paragraph, right? And I found one issue. So if we take on the existing text, right? So let me get rid of this. Let's add a text, and let's say paragraph text, right? So this is a small text, so it's visible actually. So let's say if we make it like right now, let's make it fill. So you could actually, let me check if it's, yeah, it will get into one line. Right. So the point being, if I want to, so this is a really big, so let me add some padding and everything. So right, so I need, let's say for now, let's keep it 0, 80 right and 80 left, right? It's still big, but you will get the idea. So let's say make it it's 60%, right? So you can see easily, right? So let's make this a little bigger, right? So now that you have a paragraph, right? Now if you would like to change this, or let's say you would like to only show, let's say first line or first two lines, or let's say a set number of characters. So let's say I want to just show 100 characters in here, and the rest needs to be hidden into truncation. So right, so that is not possible right now. So let's create a component that will do that for us. So for that, let's go again and go to workshop, right? So make me a text paragraph truncate a point where I can define number of lines and or count of the characters to be visible, right? And let's get started with this one, and let's see what we get and what we need to improve, right? So by the time it's getting generated, right, so it will create the component with all the required information that we want to modify. So I believe it should give us properties to modify the number of lines and the count of characters that to, let's say, show, right? So let's say we have a component, and let's get it inside this so we can actually see that, right? So let me close this one, and let's see before we move any further, right? So if we go to the properties, right, so we have the component name, text truncate, we have the text that we can add in here. So either we can do a truncate by line or by character. So currently it's showing max 3 lines, right? We can modify it to 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever we need. Then we need, okay, so we do have a show read more button or label that would actually expand this one, and will be will give us more flexibility, right? So let's make this a little bit bigger so we know that it is actually working properly. So now if you can see, it is working fine. So let's change it to characters, and let's say 50 characters, right? So now, yeah, it's good. It's making it easier for us. Now let's test some of the things here. Let's change the color. So I would go with the blue color, right? Right, so it's working fine. The link color we could modify, right? It's working fine. Let's change the font. So for now, I like this one. Albert Sense, it's working. Let's see if bold part is working fine. Font size is working. Right, so I think everything should be working fine. Now let's change the link also. So to check this, let's make it a little bit different. Right, so it's working fine. So for this one, I like this, and we could make this a little. Okay, we don't have any weight for this one, so it's fine. Right, so in here, the only thing that I think, okay, let's test this in playground. So we do have this. If I click on this one, it's working as expected. Now this is one of the things, that is read more button, right? Or read less, or expand or collapse of this text is actually below this one. That is fine, but when we are changing it to characters, right, then it makes a little bit of issue for us, because even with one word in the second line, if we have a smaller or a less space for that, it's still coming on the next line. So we could, in case of characters, I would like this to be attached to the second line, not on the third line, right? So to do that, let's go to the first of all component. So I do have this component available with me. So let's copy this and let's take it to cursor, right? So let's create a new file, paste it in here, and save the file, right? Let's save it on the desktop. So this is text truncate.tsx file, right? Now we have completely, so let me just word wrap this so we don't have to scroll on the horizontal side, right? So now let's open the framer pan and let's start interacting with this, right? So let's see, first understand the code and make use of best practice for creating a framer component, right? We could add the link where each and everything is mentioned for the framer component here, but for now let's keep it like this and let's see. So by the time it's understanding the code and what actually is added in the code, right? So if you can see here, there is some base things or default settings that are added here. You can see truncate by line, or right, max lines by default 3, max characters, and so on, right? So if we need, we can modify the read more or read less button text also, So if I go and open up this and go to the page, so if you can see here, I can, so let's say learn more, right? But when we do this, so we do have a issue with less, right? So instead of learn more, let's go with more, and right, so let's say let's add an arrow, right? Right, search it, so I have to go through this general punctuations. It should be in here. I want to add a long arrow. I don't see that, so let's go with this double arrow, right? And for this one, let's go with less, and okay, I got it. So now I have, okay, got this. So I should have seen that, my bad. So we do have this, right? So you can see here, let me just do some, we don't want this to be bold. Let's make this also same as this. Let's make this as semi-bold so it's more prominent, and make this black, and make this standard blue, right? And let's go with the lines. With this one, so it is actually working fine. So if I click, you can see easily. Now let's check out our now, right? So what edits has been made. So let's see, improve this component, add framer motion import and smooth animations, right? So let's accept this and see. Right, so now understand the code. This truncate component to do the list tracker, right? So some use memo, use callback, something is being added, animation is being added. Let's see what it gives us. So I think it should be improved a lot. Let's see what changes has been made by cursor with the improvement of this one, right? Right, found 7 errors. Okay, so I think all are done. Let's keep this. Let's, okay, it's still going on. And fix import issues. Right, I think now everything is done. Property controls, import. I think it should work. Let's see. Let's go to the component, go to the assets and paste it in, save it, right? Go to the page, check. There is an issue now. Enable. Let me check once. mission made it worse. I wouldn't say. Let's see if this makes it better. Fine. So let's play this. Right, so there is an issue now. Let's go back to Framer. Right, so let's revert it, discard all changes. Right, now we have our previous component. Right, save it. So let's play this, preview this. This looks good. Now let's ask cursor to make few things. Instead of make use, let's say understand the best practice for creating a framework component. Don't do anything right now, just understand the code. Right, confirm search motion react component. Right, so nice. I think I just need one thing to be done here. The component looks pretty good as of now by the Framer AI itself. The only thing that I would need is when so what I would need is when I'm changing from lines to characters, this more button needs to be on the same line, right? So confirm, let's say confirm specific information. Okay, so currently Framer is researching web for all the best practices that needs to be followed for making Framer components, right? I could have skipped that, but I just wanted to make sure that we don't create any component that get rejected later on. So approval, let's approve this also. Right, so let's keep it like this and see what. Okay, so by the time it's done. So let me just when changing, right, what we are changing here, right? So truncate type, right? So when changing truncate type from lines to characters, I want the read more button to be next to the text, not in the next line, right? So I understand when truncating that I read more issues in that it's looking. Let me examine, right? So currently I see the issue that current implementation renders the text and button separate element, which causes, right? So the imported, right? So this is the actual code which is handling our button and this one. So let's accept this. Let's see what changes are done. Right, so now we do have a single element with the text and a button. Right, let's accept this and let's see if this makes it better or worse. So previously, whatever the changes I made, right? So I made a blunder in that. So now when okay, now let's see if the animation still works fine. Right, so I think animation works fine. Let me change this to lines and see. So right, animation is working completely fine. The only thing that I think is if you closely look at this, right? So it's looking fine now. When I click on this one, this less is not starting, or you can say left aligned, right, properly. The less is little bit on the right side. Let's see why this is actually happening. Let's go to cursor. There is no padding. Okay, there is a margin left. So what cursor did was the key when truncate by is characters, the button renders inline, and when the truncate is line, the button renders separate element. The inline button uses line for proper spacing. The separate button keeps the original margin top, right? So I think instead of margin left, right, that's what is creating the issue for us. Let's make this. So I'll go with instead of using margin left, that is creating issue when expanded, right? Use gap that will not create the issue of alignment, right? So let's see what it does. So now with the help of gap, right, we should be able to reduce or make that alignment left proper, right? So that you can see here, right, truncated. Okay, so it did added flex, added a gap, and right, now let's accept this, copy this and get this added to our text truncate, right, component. Now let's go to the page. So for now, let me go and make this hide, right? So currently visible is yes. Let's make this no and keep this on top so I can easily, right? So right now there is an issue with the button still comes on the. Now we got another problem. We need to check this out, why this is happening now. So if you see here, this spine element is making that gap 4 and right. So what we need is currently the what you say, the row, right? So like let's say currently the text and button is set to row, but so this is creating issue when I expand the less or read less button gets wrapped and is divided into 2 to 3 lines, right? Into 2 to 3 lines. I want the less button to be below the actual text, not on the right side, right? So I think it will change the direction, right? So currently the direction I think is right? So we need to make sure that the direction is column when we expand this, so that you can see here it changes the flex direction based on if it is expanded or not. If is expanded is true, right? So that will make it column. I think it right. So this logic will make sure that is working fine. So let's go and make sure we are right. Let's check this out now. So for now, okay, so let me get rid of this and let's make some modifications. I think we need to make sure that the font is proper. I think currently the font is a little bit smaller size. Then let's make it 100 characters so we can. Okay, it's an issue, right? So we'll debug this one later on. So let's click on this one, right? So the list one is working fine. Now the only issue is I think we will have this issue no matter what we do, unless and until, because we would never know that the text is in a single line or a double line or a triple line based on the number of characters, right? So this issue could not be handled. I think as of now I don't think really it can be handled. So what we need to do is, so let's say let's go to the text, right? And what we need is, okay, so let's go to the cursor and let's make the changes in it. Remove all the changes made for character button, read more, expand and collapse. It should work same as lines truncate type. Right. So now it will change everything to the way it was, right? I think we can, I don't see any real issues with this if we let's see what all. Okay, not major, not much changed. Right, so copy this and let's check it out first. Right, So currently it's set to characters. So let's go to lines and let's see. First of all, let's check this first. Right. Characters. So if you guys see that there is a problem, so the first time I open this, so let's say I open this first time and I click on more. Okay, now it's not happening. Maybe it was because of changing the right. So let's check this. So if I click on this one, it goes back to the original state, right? And it doesn't happen later on. So let's see if we could do something. So when I switch and review the text and click on read more, it makes a glitch and returns to read more instead of read less. Check the code and fix it. It should not behave like this. So now let's see what cursor gives us. Alright, so the problem is when you're switching between types, this explains it is not reset when you switch. Okay, so there was a state issue error. This should fix. It was a pretty simple fix, so let's see if this fixes that problem. It should, but if not, we do have cursor with us, right? Now let's first of all preview this. It's working fine. Let's switch this to character, click on preview. It's still doing. Let me switch back and click right. It's still not fixed. Can you go deep and check why this is happening? Right. What it did was expanded to false. In the same effect that calculates is true, but the button text logic depends on both is expanded and is string. Let me fix this splitting concern and making sure that the issue is resolved. Right, so there were two issues. Now let's get this code into our see here the preview. Now let's go to the page and let's see first of all preview this. this is working right now fine. Let's change this, go back. Okay, this issue still persists, right? I don't really think that it did any improvements on this one. And this is only happening once, right? So it's just happening when we toggle it from lines to characters, right? And okay, right, height, width, and that's it, working fine. Lines, something like this, so right. Okay. I still see the issue when I switch between truncate type. It makes a glitch. Create list. Deep into this and fix it in the original code. This issue was not there. Can you check and make sure it works properly? So I think, guys, we might have to get back to our original code, because I think that code was pretty good, right? Right. So I think it shouldn't be any issue if we keep that exactly same, because it was working perfectly fine before that also. So there are some, right, so it reverted back to the original code. Reset. Let's see what it does. So it's still working on the code. We have to change the problem. Okay, so the major code change was here in the conditional. We don't think any changes happened other than this. Let's get this, get back to our component. Right, it should work. Let's see. This is working fine. Let's change it to characters. It's still happening. Okay, so let's check if we have made any major changes in here. I don't think so. We made any major changes. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll revert back the changes see if it could be. I don't think it will be able to do this, right? So let's get back to our original where we made. Okay, so let's see what all changes we did this, and second prompt was related to changes, right? So I think we could revert back to this state. No, discard all changes, right? So let's copy this, check it out, and we'll close this. I think Framer did a really good job here, making this component work in just one prompt. So working good. Let's change this lines. Okay, either it could be an issue of browser also, because browser keeps cache, right? So I'm not really sure, it was not happening previously. So let's see. I'll change this to characters, click on preview. Right, now it's happening. I don't really understand why, but no issues. Okay, so let's see if there are any changes that were made. Redo checkpoint, continue. Okay, or discard all changes. Right. I'm pretty sure this was the actual original code. So another issue is happening, or think it's happening. So let's check. Okay, so I think it's happening. Maybe I'm not making sure that it is getting some time, proper time, to make sure that the text is being loaded or the component is being loaded. So if you guys like what I'm doing, and please follow and like this